with our Alexa as a team, what could go wrong with your Alexa? Let's see what you guys think. Let's go. What do you think? What could go wrong with our Alexa? Let's see potential threat, hackers. Alexa could be compromised. They could be hacked. I don't know if you guys followed the news some months back. There was allegedly Alexa was listening to, people's information and it's determining what you're doing. So there was the potential of a class action lawsuit because of that, right? So these are things that are real that people are really worried about. So next thing, what is the likelihood something bad would happen with your Alexa? And how would that impact you in your house? What's the likelihood? Is it likely that would ever happen? What do you guys think? Your Alexa, I don't know, some of you may not use or know anything about Alexa. Alexa was I think one of the first AI, that all of us were not even thinking about then, but they used a lot of artificial intelligence. It can easily master your voice and give you information in real time. Amazing, amazing over time. Now it's all this AI large language model. It's really been pushed to the back a little bit, but I think that was the first real big AI model out there that people were using. Okay, somebody said definitely I very likely compromising our security could be critical. Thank you, Abayomi. Um, Bakari said highly likely, highly likely. I don't want one. I like that. Queen is awesome. I like what Queen said. Queen said, I don't want Queen Farah. I don't want one. So easy. That's an easy one. That's a win. Because the honest truth is that sometimes you can totally eliminate the risk because you don't even have it, right? So that's a good way to. I think you're a Queen. I want to know you. You're just awesome. Said, hey, I don't have it. I don't need it. Okay, I like it. Okay, Maurice said very likely. Akoto very likely. Okay, we can agree on that. Okay, what about the controls? What can I do potentially to prevent anything that is malicious to my Alexa? Let me ask you, let's just throw it out there. What do you think we can do to prevent it? Even if we don't totally eliminate the risk, but what can we do to prevent it to an extent in general? What can we do? I don't know. Tell me, what do you think we can do? Yes, we cannot totally eliminate the risk, but what can we do in general? I like that. Somebody said use strong password, anti-malware. Who this going? You guys are going so complicated on us. I love it. Security, network segmentation, antiviruses, use a private firewall, enhance our two-factor authentication, um, avoid it. Okay, somebody, let's see that one. Avoid its used by disabling it. Okay. Well, if we disable it, so we're not going to use it again for that period, right? I think so. Turn off the network. Yeah, that's a potential. So technically, you're not going to be using it at that point again. Okay. Update the firmware. That's good. I like that. Always change your password like every, 90 days or whatever your policy is. Use private antivirus. Okay, these are good points. Okay, I like that. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't overthink it. What you're saying right now, believe it or not, in a bit, you start realizing, wait a minute, it's the same thing you're going to do at the enterprise in a big environment also. It's the same level of due diligence we are still going to do. You'll see it in a bit. All right. So question for you all. You might have heard of the word residual risk. Can we do me a favor? If you don't mind, I'm going to make you type two things. Can we type the word inherent risk? Okay. Inherent risk. Then also type residual risk. All right. All right. Let's keep it simple. Inherent risk is the risk that is always there, that existed there, right? Before we implemented any control. It's just the risk there. It's an inherent risk, is there. All right, we've not applied any control, the risk is there. Residual risk is when you apply your control, what level of risk still remains? Most time there will still be, no matter how minimal it is, there will be some little residual risk left. Okay, so you might say those words every now and then: residual risk, inherent risk. So most environment would, if you go to your risk management documentation in your company today, they would have their inherent risk and they would have a residual risk. The way they calculate it for every organization is different. We would use a little formula today. It doesn't have to be that way for every company, but you have an idea of what it looks like. Okay, let's quickly go to the next one, okay? All right, let's go to the next one. I like this. This is really cool. You cannot protect what you don't know you have. In every organization, and for those of us that are part of our program coming up on Saturday too, for most of you, you will notice we'll cover a topic called asset management. What that simply means is that if you want to protect your home, the first step is always, what assets do you have? Imagine, God forbid, your home is burgled today, and the cops come in, you call them and say, my home is burgled. You know what? What do you think they are going to ask you first? Let me see. Go ahead and type. If God forbid, not you, a friend's home or an enemy's home, whatever you want to call it, their home is burgled. And what do you think the cop is going to ask them first? If the police come in there, what's the first question they'll ask them? I like that. Okay, somebody said CC camera. Before they even ask for CC camera, right? They want to see your credibility. They will ask you what was stolen. Imagine you telling the police, you know what? I have no idea. I just have this nudge that something was stolen. That's going to be awkward, really. The cop is going to just say, sir, be patient, relax, calm, take a chill pill. When your mind is settled, maybe you're stressed now, come back and write what you think was stolen. You can't just come and tell me, hey, I don't know what was stolen, but I'm calling you. So the first step in any environment, every one of us, please, if you don't mind, can we all type asset management? Asset management. Can we all type that real quick? Asset management. This is so important. Believe it or not, every organization in the world, all the biggest guys in the world, they have to have a way they monitor and track their assets. Now, let me embarrass you a little bit for some of us. I challenge you today. Go to your service provider app. You'll be shocked how many devices are connected to your home network today. Check it. Your baby monitor, your smart TV, your laptop, your router. You might realize you have about 30-something devices connected to your home network. Some of those phones you've abandoned that you kept somewhere, or your kid's iPad, you will notice they are still connected to the network. I tried it once and it was kind of embarrassing, really. When you realize, oh my God, you have all these devices connected to your home network and you're not even aware of it, right? So you'll be surprised. Now, the question is that for all of us, we have to understand, what are the devices connected to your home network? Very important. The same thing applies to a hospital system. If I'm in a hospital system, they have EMR servers, nurse tablets, their Wi-Fi network. What is the value of making sure we protect the asset in the hospital system? All of us can agree, patient record, PHR, prescription information. By law, they should be in compliance also because of HIPAA. So you have no choice, pretty much. For your home network, what could be the value of protecting your asset? Family memories, pictures, your banking application, the credentials, your own privacy not being violated. Sensitive information for your health information could be in your home also. All of those are equally very important. So the home network and a hospital network, both of them are equally very important. So let's go to the other one. A burglar and the unlocked door. The common question people will ask is, what's the threat? External bad thing that could happen. That's a threat. The vulnerability would be the internal weakness that allows it to happen. A burglar that comes to your house, potentially, it's a threat. Your unlocked door is the vulnerability. Or I hope you have a door in your home. Somebody will tell me, okay, you know what, I don't have a door, but guess what? I have a Kanga or a Rottweiler. Okay, maybe you have a case. You don't need a dog or a door, because that's, that animal can chew a human alive if they trespass, right? That's a different conversation. But generically speaking, you have to understand the vulnerabilities you have. What is the threats? And believe it or not, thankfully, there are a lot of ways we can really analyze this in real time. Now, let's talk about the home network. What is the asset we have? We've talked about the asset. Let's say Wi-Fi network. A neighbor can hack your connection. That's a threat. What is the vulnerability there? If you have a weak password, maybe you use your default password. That is a vulnerability. For enterprise, for hospital system, electronic medical record is your asset, for example. A vulnerability is an unpatched operating system. Remember again, for most of us, sometimes for some of us that use Samsung or iOS, they push upgrade to us all the time so they can apply patches. You can imagine if we don't install those patches and updates, the implication is very grave because that means easily your devices could be, if it's a serious vulnerability, your devices could be hacked and your devices could be compromised big time. So sometimes don't take it for granted when you have to push those upgrade. Most of these guys now force you after certain times. It's not optional. They will force your device to automatically, download those updates. So I think that's a good practice out there. You know, another big one, ladies and gentlemen, not all risks are equal. I think we can agree on that, right? And you'll find out today in a bit. So some risks are not as big as others, right? And in the world of risk assessment, you will hear the word likelihood and impact in general. What is the likelihood of something happening? What is the impact on the business? Today, we would play around those a lot. Another thing that is also big is the high cost of doing nothing. Sometimes you have to make that business case and say, okay, let's say I'm deploying electronic medical record with a hospital system. There's zero defenses. I've not done my due diligence. I'm just going ahead to deploy it. All right. Yes, I can get away with deploying it. However, there are consequences. I can just say, well, I deploy it, no big deal. No, okay, deploy. But what about the potential consequences of not putting appropriate security controls? Number one, which is unavoidable. You could have HIPAA regulatory violation and extreme fines to your organization. That's a big deal. Number two, this part is very scary, really, most of the time in healthcare, patient safety compromised, wrong prescription, delayed care, and that is a recipe for disaster, enormous lawsuit. Then reputational destruction. Immediately your reputation is damaged because now people brand you as a hospital system that doesn't care about the well-being and the privacy of your patient. So it's a big deal, in general. There are three walls of defense. If you don't mind, everybody, this is so cool. I need you to make sure you know these three layers of defense in general. Layer number one, let's keep it fun. Technical, the big talk. And those technical will be things we all know. Firewall, encryption, firmware. Don't overthink it, no big deal. Those are the technical big language. We all know we need encryption, we need firewall. All right. We know we need multi-factor authentication, the big talk. Administrative. The administrative, we are talking about what are the things we can do in general from an angle of building policies and procedures, building change management policies, building plans like incident response plan, meaning if there's an incident, do we have a plan to mitigate the incident and to respond appropriately? Therefore, your vendor, remember again, gone are the days. Let me ask you, if I outsource my customer record to a vendor and my customer record is compromised, who is liable? I outsource it to someone to do it for me. They are keeping my customer record, but I'm not the one holding it, so it's not my fault, right? But who is liable ultimately? Absolutely, we are liable because nobody cares. They don't care. You're ultimately liable for if there's a breach in your customer record. So that's why third party or vendor risk management is equally a big one for us. It's not enough that, oh, we have vendors doing stuff. We have to understand what our vendors are doing with my customer's record because ultimately we're in charge of it. Then the final one is the human angle to it. In our own network, for example, we'll say the human element, we teach the kids how to have safe browsing habits, for example, right? In the hospital system, I'm going to talk about training and awareness, role-based education. So now we're talking about education of the people in different departments. In the home, I'm teaching my kids best practice on browsing. The same thing. The only difference, as I mentioned, is one has more people, more devices, but it's the same thing, honestly, really. That's the way I look at it. And for those of my folks that are in the field like me, I mean, we would agree that most of the things we do at home is a microcosm of the larger environment in most organizations today. Is similar, especially because I don't know you guys, after COVID especially, we have a lot of things around BYOD, remote work from home. So now people are very picky on bring your own devices. The ecosystem has trained us now that all of us, your devices, the security and the safety is the same thing we apply in your home network that we do at the enterprise, big organization most of the time. So, okay. So the reality of safety now, is total security a myth or reality? After all our controls are applied, we have the residual risk, right? But the question is, we need to know at the end of the day that end to end, we are constantly thinking of the safety of our enterprise or home consistently. So there's no total, except you totally eliminate the risk. In the case of, Alexa, we mentioned, somebody can say, well, you know what, scratch it. I don't want Alexa. Boom, eliminate the risk. I'm not worried about Alexa. Okay, fine, that's fair. But if you are bringing Alexa or a device that is voice activated in your organization, we have to apply those constant risk management process, do a risk assessment around it. And ladies and gentlemen, some of these things, honest truth, they are things we think about all the time already. It's a no-brainer. We are thinking of strong password. If there's a new firmware, I'm going to automatically quickly update it on my device. Encryption, I hope the company is using the best encryption out there. If they are not, I hope I have a system to alert me to know the encryption is not strong. Then residual risk. In hospital, we accept low risk. We don't accept risk that endanger patient life. I like this angle. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to this. The residual risk is the risk that is left after implementing my control. We can be fine with a low risk, but what we can never be fine with, especially within patient care, hospital system, is subject safety or your patient safety in general. Safety is always the big thing. For those of us that are in enterprise IT, regular IT, we might be worried about confidentiality, integrity, availability. For those of us that are in operation technology, for example, people that do nuclear, chemical, transportation, utilities, our biggest headache is always safety also, because you're thinking about the safety of the people. Because if you are using a chemical research center and there is a device that can be taken over or centrifuged and a malicious attack happens, it can affect life. People can lose their life because of that. So because of that, safety is always the big one for us too. So hospital system and operation technology, safety is always a big one out there for us. Okay. All right. Let's see some key templates. Everybody, this is a big one out there. And you guys are going to play with a template like this today. Okay. You'll see this template. It has the asset, the threat, the vulnerability, the likelihood of this thing happening, the impact, the control, the residual risk, the owner, the next action. This is very simple template. Today, you would play with a similar template. And one thing I would tell everybody is this. Please, if you've not logged on to the system, let me show you something real quick, everybody. If you don't mind, let me quickly run this with you. If you've not done this, please make sure you register go to the Academy.Skillweed website, and please go and make sure you log on to the portal. Everything I'm talking about here, a lot of tons of resources are there. Everything is there, okay? So everything is there. So just, you'll notice here, if you go to the document here, the presentation I have is also there. You'll see it in a bit. It will pop up. This is the presentation there. You can download it there. It's already there. We also have a video.
Ever
It will
wonder how a
take
hospital protects its data? Turns
take
out
you,
it's the
it will take you probably 1 hour to be done with everything. It's really cool. I mean, you will learn so much within a short time. We have a podcast version you can also use there. Then a quiz, I'll recommend you play around and just have fun with it. And we also have a Kahoot version just to kind of gamify it and make it fun challenge. Then even more importantly, if you go towards the end, you can download this material here. It's a very good pie chart. So this is the one I'm going to show you all right now. And feel free to download it. And I'll also share it in the WhatsApp group so you can have access to it. But let me show you what this document is about in a bit. This is the meat of it. Then I'll make us run a report after it also. And but this is a very good material. Let me quickly download this. If you have access to the document, you can download this also. I'm doing the same thing. I would also share it in the WhatsApp group for the internship. We have a group for the internship. If you are there, you will see me download it and share with you. But let's quickly play with this. You'll see what this is all about. Okay, let's go. If you notice also, we have a book we put together for this internship. All right, let me quickly share the book. Let me show you guys what that book looked like. I think I shared it with most of you already. This is the book. All right, let me show you the book real quick. From living room to hospital. Okay, let me quickly run through this book. And we started with the home network, part one. We talk about what devices connect to your Wi-Fi. You guys already gave me your list. I saw a lot of you. One thing that I saw missing was I didn't see people talk about printer. Of course, Alexa came up, so that was good. Game console came out, router, baby monitor, cameras came up too. And I asked, this is a good exercise you can play with in a bit. Internet, draw your network. Meaning, I need you to think for a second. Everybody, if you don't mind, just pause and think and say to yourself, in my home today, I have the internet, yes. There's a router. Remember, there's a router. The router connect to your devices. I need you to just think and say to yourself, in your home today, what are the devices you have? I know most of you have done that, so I'll leave that alone. We've talked about that in a bit. In this case, we can see we talk about phone, laptop, smart TV, router, camera. I think everybody covered this. I wanted to say the action is list 3 important devices, but we did that already. And I think that should suffice for that. And this is where I want us to do the next exercise as a team. I need you to name in your home today 5 assets. Just keep it to 5 in your home today. And tell me for each of those assets, we're going to work as a team. For each of your assets, tell me the threat and the vulnerability for those 5 assets. Let's keep it to 5 only, okay? Let's keep it to 5. Tell me what the asset is. What is the threat you see in the asset? And what is the vulnerability? You can use this as a guide, okay? And I'll make it to work as a team. This team would be and I challenge everybody on this call, if you don't mind. If you don't mind, can you do something for me? Can we all type I am a leader real quick? Can we all type I am a leader real quick? And I know why, if you don't mind. Can we type I am a leader? And the reason I want you to know you're a leader is in a bit, I'll push you in a room and I need you to lead. All I need you to do is somebody can just take leadership and say, hey, all right, I'll share my screen. Let's talk as a team. Just talk. It's one of the best experience. This is the most important piece. If you leave the program now, I guarantee you've missed the experience. This is what we do here. This is our best part of our program, really. So make sure you can interact. And it's a avenue to meet other professionals. Don't mess with this part of it. This is, to me, I'm the least of the importance in terms of our program. The most important thing is the community. When you meet other people, you can hear from their wealth of experience. And, somebody will tell you, this is an asset I have. This is the threat. This is the vulnerability. Now, what we have is good, but honest truth is that you'll be surprised people will give you a different perspective. And that's the goal. I need other people's view, your perspective, and just impact somebody's life with knowledge too, really. So in your group, I need you to just list your 5 assets. Anybody can randomly talk about the asset they have. Then talk about the threats to that asset to you. Then talk about the vulnerability of that asset, the weakness of that asset. The threat is simply something bad that can happen, right? That's what it is. So let's do that for the next 10 minutes. All I need is tell me 5 assets, the threats, and the vulnerability of those assets. Let's keep it to your home network. We're not going anywhere. The enterprise, I'm not even going to, I'll just talk about it, but I'll focus on the home network for this program. Talk about your asset, the threat, and vulnerability, and I'll bring us back in 15 minutes. If this makes sense, give me thumbs up. 5 assets, threats, and vulnerability. If this makes sense, give me thumbs up. All right, fair enough. You guys give me thumbs up. And I'll challenge you, make it something. Oh, okay. And one thing is, if you are in our group, I'll send that universal um, template so you have access to it. You can play with it and use it as you like. Okay, we're going to be in a group. What you notice is when I put you in a group, don't stress it. Okay, you'll hear a little silence. We would have a group of let's make it a group of 10 of us. So we'll have 15 people in each group. Please, one thing I'll challenge you, don't be silent in your group. Just have fun. If you are silent in the group, other people will be silent, okay? Can we do that together? This is the most important piece of the puzzle, really. If we miss this part of it, you've missed the full experience of the program. I need you to listen to others, interact, just have fun, talk about it. Your home network, talk about 5 devices. I think we've talked about a lot of devices that are possible. Most of us would have laptop, desktop, your routers, your fridge, your TV, any other one you have. Just talk about it and talk about the threats and the vulnerabilities for each one of them. Let's stick with that for now before we use the template to do our report, and I'll send the template to the larger group also. Then we'll have a final report, which we're going to present as a team. So let's do, I'll get that ready now. So you hear a silence and just have fun and start. 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. All right. Relax, 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 everybody, relax, okay? Don't worry, I'll take you back to your group. I wanted to show you something real quick. Don't stress it, don't worry. I'll take you to your group real quick. But here's the deal, guys, ladies. We've developed and we've come up with our list of assets. I know some groups were not jotting down. Don't worry, jot it down. Just write those 5 assets. Now, let me show you what template I'm going to share with us. And you'll see me share it in the bigger group. If you're not in the internship group, make sure you join that group, okay? But let me show you guys real quick. So I would make this in yellow so that you guys will know I expect you to make your own change. You can keep what you have there. If you think it's similar to what you have, that's okay too. But I expect you to put your asset list, the threat, vulnerability. Now, the likelihood, I want you to work on it, everybody. Just what's the likelihood of it happening? On a scale of 1 to 5, put the number. What about the impact? On a scale of 1 to 5, put the impact also for your business. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we're doing in risk assessment. Okay. Now, this automatically calculates, so don't touch this. It will calculate it for you. Don't worry. Then it will tell you if it's high or low. And because we built a formula in it, if you look at this first sheet, it will show you the formula, how we built it. Don't care about that. Every organization is different the way they build their formula. Okay. So don't worry about it. Don't stress that part of it. But at least understand the whole idea is we want to know which of them do we think is high or low. You can see I've written my own 5. Write your own 5. Whatever you've discussed, put the 5 here. This is the only thing I want you to touch, ladies and gentlemen, okay? This one's in red. Everything else would automatically score it. So don't worry about this part of, okay? It will automatically score, leave it. This is the one I needed to just put your information there. It will automatically score it. Now, once you're done, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to send you a prompt. Let me show you what that prompt looks like, okay? And all you need in your prompt, let me see if you have seen my screen. In your prompt is, you will just copy. Let me share my screen again. Those are your 5, all right? Everybody, I need you to, I'll send it, it's in the, if you log into a learning management system when you registered, it's there. But if you're in our WhatsApp group, I'll send it to you. Remember, again, we'll never call you for a PIN or code. There are scammers everywhere, so don't fall for those tricks, okay? But let me show you real quick what I expect us to also do. So if you guys notice here, I will send a prompt. The prompt is supposed to help us to generate reports that will be very professional, okay? Make sure you follow my step here. All I need you to do is keep everything. The only thing you're going to change, copy and paste, those are your 5. Just paste them here. That's all. Copy from the asset, the title, just copy and paste it here. I copied about 2. You can copy all the 5 you have and just keep this the same way it is. And once you do that, let me show you what it will look like. Okay, my own example. I use the tool called Cloudy, or you can use ChatGPT if you want to. Anyone you use is fine. I mean, everybody is different. Folks in my community already that are part of our programs, they know we use so many tools to make us efficient. But let me show you one example of how it will look if you do it the way I mentioned. You'll see this tool, we use Cloudy. I like Cloudy a lot because it makes reporting really nice and fancy. If you look here, look at what this guy developed for me. Put a good executive summary there. And it put the summary of finding for me. It analyzed it, high, medium, low, gave me the key insight. It's ready to go for your executives. This is crazy. For those of you that, if you've been in this world for a while, in the past, putting a report like this together can take a week, to be honest, because you are putting stuff, finding template, gathering information, blah, blah, blah. And I just put it together like 10 minutes ago. I just copy and pasted it. Now you can use ChatGPT to whatever you use is fine, but be ready to present it and talk about it real quick. We just randomly select a few groups to talk, maybe 3 groups to present what they have. But if it makes sense, let me know. But what step 1? Whatever you've identified, let me quickly show you real quick. Whatever you've identified as your top 5, put it in this template, which I'm going to share right now. Okay? Whatever you've identified, put it in this template, the yellow part. All right? Let me share it right now. If you get that in the WhatsApp group, give me a thumbs up. I'm going to share it right now. If you get it, just give me a thumbs up. Let me see if I can find the internship group real quick. I'm going to share that document. Do me a favor. If you receive it, just give me a thumbs up to know you receive it. Let me do that right now. Okay. I just shared the Excel. If you got it, please give me a thumbs up. Then I'll share it in other communities. Remember again, we never call you, beware of scammers. If you got it in our internship group, please give me a thumbs up real quick. I don't see thumbs up. Did you guys not get it? It shows it's been, oh, okay. Quite a number of you got it already. So thank you. So now I'm going to share it in some other groups so that most of you can have it. And you won't, I won't get into trouble with you guys that I've not sent it to you. For those of us that are new to our program, write with us. Um, we're always sharing good stuff within our community. Anything we see that will add value. So I've shared it in a couple of other groups. So in case you're not in that group, you might see it in these other groups. Let me see a couple of other groups. I think you should, most of us would have it now. Okay, good. So the other thing I'm going to share with you, ladies and gentlemen, is the prompt. The prompt you're going to use, first step, use the Excel, put your information there. Second step, use that prompt to build a report. That's what you're presenting to your leadership. Remember again, I'm not the one that is identifying the asset, the threat, the vulnerability. This is what you're doing. I need you to own it. Own this. This is what you're doing, and this is what you do in risk assessment. That's it. So, all right, cool. Okay, let me take you back to your group and have fun. Just keep working and grinding. I'll bring you back in the next 20 minutes and just have fun. All right, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. Okay, so quick apology on behalf of everybody. So I know most of us did not have time to finish it. I get it, but we try to keep to time. So we are going to have two groups. So if I don't select your group, don't get it personal, don't get crazy. Okay. So we would have we're going to have room 10 and room 4 present. So let's start with Adi, if you don't mind. Adi and Kingsley, group 4. Except somebody else wants to, let's see, somebody else raise their hand. Let me see. Let's have Adi, if you don't mind, raise your hands, and I will just have you present Adi group 10, then Kingsley group 4. All right, Adi, your show, Adi. Thank you for volunteering. Thank you, Adi.
Okay. Hi, good evening, everybody.
Hello. And feel free to share your screen. Thank you.
Can everyone see my screen?
Yep, it's coming up. Yep, it's up.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Akinfenwa, for the opportunity given to us from Group 10. So we have our risk assessment template over here. And the 5 assets we decided to work with is the home router, the laptop, smart TV, mobile phone, and the gaming consoles. However, I will be going through our executive report just to have the details of what we got from our assessment. So from our executive report, it's showing us the overview of the 5 identified risks with the key statistics showing right here. For our 5 significant risks, we have the key findings. We have the total risk identified as 5. Our high inherent risk item we have here is 4. For the medium residual risk item, we have it as 1, and the low residual risk item as 4, with average control effectiveness of 54%. So for our risk overview, we realize that we have critical risk areas, and particularly that is from our smart TV with the threat of data leak risk. And the smart TV represents the only asset with the medium residual risk. As much as it's a medium risk, it's still critical because it has a 40% control effectiveness rating due to the poor encryption vulnerabilities that can expose the device. And from our detailed risk register, we have our asset, the threats, the vulnerabilities, we have our inherent risk score, the control effectiveness, the residual risk score, and the owner of each risk. As shown in the Excel sheet template, we have the home router with the risk score and the control effectiveness of 60% with inherent risk of 20. For our laptop is also high, 20. For our smart TV is also high, 16. For our mobile phone is also high, 16. And for our gaming console, it's medium, which is with the control effectiveness of 50%. But as we can
Adi, do
see
you
with
mind? Can you go down? I want to see. Let's see your action plan and what you guys are going to do about it.
So for our recommendation, based on that risk assessment findings, for our smart TV, we have our smart TV for it to be, changing default credentials and implement stronger encryption controls because, our smart TV risk is part of the critical risk area that we have. And for the home router as well, we are to replace the weak Wi-Fi password with strong and complex passphrase to enable our WPA3 encryption if supported. However, for our short-term action plans, within the 30 to 60 days plan, we have to deploy antivirus. That is to install and configure it in the antivirus solution on all laptops, for also the mobile security and the gaming console security. And for our mobile, that is to enable MFA on all devices. For our gaming console security, we are to implement regular password rotation policy. And for our long-term initiative, which is the 90 days plus,
Yeah.
we have it here to establish, quarterly security assessment reviews to monitor risk levels and the control effectiveness, and also develop, comprehensive security awareness training program for all device users. Particularly, I would say because we are using the devices in our own homes. So for the
Yes.
device users, we are talking about our parents, our kids, and, particularly our spouses as well. So, and also we
Okay.
can implement centralized security monitoring and logging across all network devices, then create incident response procedures and backup strategies for critical assets. And
Thank
for
you
the
so much.
conclusion, we have it all here, exactly
Awesome.
what we found and how to monitor them.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's give some love to Adi. I mean, very well done. I like the fact that you guys actionize it short term, long term on what we can execute in real time. Thank you so much, Adi. Awesome job.
Thank you.
Now let's do the final one. Kingsley, group 4, real quick. If you don't mind, Kingsley, raise your hand. Thank you, Adi. That was really awesome. Kingsley, do you mind raising your hand real quick, please? Kingsley, so we can find you. Okay, okay, Kingsley, awesome, go. Kingsley, can you raise your hand so I find you real quick and I can, let me see if I can find Kingsley. Kingsley, can you please raise your hand? All right.
Yeah,
Go ahead and
can you
present
see me now, sir?
Yes, yes, sir.
Oh.
All right. I can see yours is really fancy. Yeah, and everybody, please, if you don't mind, you give us extra 10 minutes and we'll be done. Because we have a quiz you guys will do and we're done. All right, let's go. Go, Kingsley.
All right, sir.
Make it
Thank you
3
so much.
minutes.
So this is the cybersecurity risk assessment report that was generated based on the prompts that Professor Akin gave to us. And generated on this day, we have the table of content ready to go to present. Now, in this report, we asked the prompt we wrote, we actually asked it to produce this NIST cybersecurity framework, the CSF. And NIST
Kingsley, do you
for...
mind?
Yes, sir.
Kingsley, apologies. Do you mind? Can you scroll down? I want to see the action item.
Action item.
Yeah. Okay. No. Go to summary of finding, then go to action item. Yep, that's good. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Talk about here, then action item. Okay.
All right, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.
So the summary of item.
Yeah. Go ahead, sir.
Or findings. Okay. The table here summarizes the current risk assessment for all the identified assets for the home router, for the laptop, the mobile phone, the smart TV, and the printer. Here we have the threat, the vulnerability, inherent risk, residual risk, the control percentage, and the owners. The owners here are those maybe the names on the systems, and this inherent risk was calculated, or we got that this based on this calculation, the risk score. The risk score is calculated by the likelihood and impact. We adjusted our own likelihood different from what Professor Akin gave to us before. So for the laptop malware, the vulnerability was not antivirus. So the inherent risk was high and the residual risk was as low as this. So for the smart TV, where we talk about data leaks, default credentials, we said it was medium, and the residual risk is low, 5.4. To calculate the residual risk, we calculate that by saying the inherent risk multiplied by 1 in bracket of that percentage. You see the formula here. That formula, he gave the formula to us.
Let's jump to the action plan. Remember, everybody, remember one thing, everybody. No matter what your findings are, it's useless to your leadership if you don't tell them what they can do about it. It's not enough to tell me you find something. So what am I going to do about it? In the case of what Kingsley is presenting right now, you can see it's telling me the level of difficulty, the execution priority, and the step to fix it. Now, I know most of you are chatting and saying, oh my God, ChatGPT is horrible, because Cloud is awesome with reporting in our community for GRC and management reporting. GPT has not been as good. The quality of what Cloud gives is like what the Big Four gives, really. The likes of McKinsey, Ernst & Young, Deloitte, it's amazing what they produce. So I recommend this for, you want to really build good reports, it's pretty good, Cloud. So just go through the iris for us so that we can wrap this piece up.
All right, thank you so much, sir. So here we talk about the control name. The router password hardening has to be done because the risk is high. And the time it will take to do that would be about 1 to 3 months to do that. We need to change the default router admin password to a complex one, which is about 16 or more characters. we have to enable the WPA3 encryption and disable WPS. We have to update the router firmware to a latest version and change the default SSID to a non-identifying name. Because when the name is, you can identify the name, then it's easy for them to penetrate or have access to it. Now, in the case of endpoint malware protection, this is also high. And so we deploy enterprise-grade antivirus, Windows Defender, ATP or equivalent. Like I said, when we were discussing, I said I don't use antivirus, but actually I use Windows Defender. That is wrong. I use Windows Defender. I don't use third party. All right. So you enable real-time protection and automatic updates. Configure daily full system scan. That is when you come every day, you scan, you just enable it. Cloud
Kingsley,
delivery.
do me a favor, Kingsley, don't go through the details. Just, let's say short term. Okay. Go to the next one.
So the next one, sir, it's multi-factor authenticator. This is also high. The term is 1 to 3 months. We enable MFA on all mobile devices such as account, email, banking, cloud services, and deploy authenticator apps such as the Microsoft Authentication Authenticator.
Let's keep that part. Let's keep the details. That's good. Okay, and that's good. I is good. Keep going down, please.
Down.
Yeah. Let me see. Why is one I and the other one is red?
Which one, sir?
Go back up. Okay, this I. Yes, I see one. I see I. Oh, sorry. Go down a little bit. Keep down. Keep going. Yeah, this I. I'm just curious. Why is it not red? The other I were red.
Yes, the other I were red.
Because they were considered. Oh, I see. Okay. I think because this is mostly security awareness, so it's I, but it's not really considered critical.
Okay.
Or really, okay.
Training.
Okay.
Training.
Yeah, training. Yes. Okay. Scroll down. Let's keep going down. And apology, guys, because of time. Monitoring, review, good. Okay, awesome job. Let's give it up to Kingsley also. Thank you, Kingsley.
Thank you so
Adi,
much.
you guys are awesome. Thank you for volunteering. I like this report. Adi, you were awesome also.
So thank you.
Claudia has a way of making it look like, make us look like rock stars. So this is awesome. Thank you so much, everybody. All right, the final thing we're going to do a quick quiz and we'll be out of here, I promise you. For those of us joining the class on Saturday, we look forward to having you. Make sure you're part of our class. This is just the tip of the iceberg. You have a lot to learn. And for our folks that are doing our certification prep program, make sure you join that too. You can make sure you upskill in the midst of a crazy economy. Just keep adding value to yourself. All right, let's do this quiz real quick and we'll be out of here. Let's get our top 3 winners. And if you are one of our top 3 winners, make sure you send us an email immediately. Okay, the pin is 9042. Let me send it to the chat real quick, everybody. You never know. You can probably win something tonight and fit the wifey or the husband or spouses, friends. Let's go. So the pin is 9042, and I've shared it in our chat also. I would also share it in the internship group so that we can all have access to it real quick. Make sure you participate. It's just fun stuff. You get to learn 1 or 2 things. Why not? Let's go. That's the internship 2. Remember again, we never call you for a pin. Beware of all these low-life losers, scammers out there. All right, we know better. All right, let's go. I bet most of you. Okay, the pin is let me share again. Let me share my screen. You guys will see it now. The pin is 9042 9042. And again, give us another 7 minutes to be out of here. 9042. Let's get it to 70 and we will get it started right away. Why not win something? Grab some margarita. First prize, $50. Second prize, I think 35. Third prize, get 15. It's gonna buy Chick-fil-A at least. All right, let's see. Okay, all right, let's get started. Okay, and feel free to still join. Remember again, it's just to kind of juggle our brain and see. All right, internship risk assessment, just 10 questions. We'll be out of here. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. True or false? Phones are not asset in risk assessment. Phones are not asset. True or false? Owned and not asset. I guess, let's see. Let's find out. All right. So that's right, false. Let's go to the next one. Bayside is winning right now. Top 904 and yes. Let's go. Next question. A weak password is a vulnerability. A weak password is a vulnerability. A weak password is a vulnerability. Sometimes two people can get the answer, but whoever answers this first typically will get the prize at that point in time, the point. So. Excellent, true. Wow, I love it. Everybody got that actually. All right, this right behind you, Bayside. Let's go. Next one. True or false? A router is an example of an asset. A router is an example of an asset. A router is an example of an asset. Excellent. All right, all right. Bayside is still pulling this together. True or false? Residual risk is the risk before controls. Remember, the keyword is before. Is it before control or is it after control implemented? Residual risk, true or false? Think a little bit. Excellent. All right, next one. Base. Ooh, they kicked Bayside out. Ooh, what? Okay, let's see. A strong password is a control. A strong password is a control. Man, you all are not nice. You just kicked my Bayside out. Ooh, Bayside was leading. All right. You guys are so competitive in this group. Oh, man. All right, nice. What? Okay, Yak is back. This is close. Sisi and Yak. All right, let's see. Uh, a smart TV cannot be hacked. It's smart. Why can it be hacked? True or false? Oh, wow. Everybody got that one. That's awesome. What? Sisi just took over. Man, okay. A baby monitor is not a network device. A baby monitor is not a network device. Can we connect to the network? I don't know. All right, all right. Man, okay, Bayside is back. Bayside is back. Woohoo! Let's go, Bayside. Sisi and Yag. Okay, let's see. You all are not playing. No games here. Teaching kids safe browsing is the human control. Well, we have those administrative, technical, then human. Excellent. Excellent. All right, Sissy Yak Temple. All right, let's see another one here. True or false. Okay, this is double point. Encryption is the technical control. Encryption is the technical control. Whoa, you guys are fast on that one. All right, double point. Let's see who got that. True. Temple is up. Yak and Sissy. All right, let's see. Okay. All right, the final one, I think. Double point again. A printer cannot be a threat. A printer cannot be a threat. A printer cannot be a threat. Most of those printers now are so advanced, you can store memory there, so I think it's definitely a threat. All right, let's see. Thank you. Let's say third place. Let's give some love to CC. Second place. Let's give some love to Yak. And our undisputed champion of the world. Let's give it up for Temple. And how did Temple sneak in on us? Runner of C and Jen in the house. Thank you all. So please, if you don't mind, Temple, our first place, send an email to info@skillweed.com right now. Please send and just say, hey, first prize. If you don't send it now, then you would probably not be recognized. Yak, the same thing. CC, the same thing. Thank you so much, everybody, for being part of it. And once again, thank you all for all the participants. Very well done, everybody. And for all our folks that have asked about the upcoming class, we look forward to having you there also. We kick off on Saturday. It's going to be an exciting one. We get to learn a lot of things together. We spend more time, and we can see how things work faster there. And for some of you that asked me, okay, how do you log in and gain access also? Very simple. Just go to academy.skillweed. I'm going to send it to the group also. And feel free to do your registration directly there also. I just send the info at Skillweed so you can have it. Okay, I see it now. I think we sent it to the wrong group. Info@Skillweed, make sure you send it there so that we can recognize you. Thank you so much, everybody. Then you can go to the website there. Let me share the screen to show you what that looks like. You can always go to the website here. This is very straightforward. And this is the class. Just click on the January 31st. This is the internship. Let me quickly go back there. For those of you that did not register to the internship, register so that you can actually have access to the documents in the class. Everything we shared is there. So just register. You can grab access there directly. And here you can easily just register for the upcoming class on Saturday. Those of you that asked me about the payment plan, easy. Just select any of this. You can do twice or 3 times, and it's 30 days interval. And I look forward to having you all around. Let's keep doing great things together. Remember, impossible is nothing. I wish you all the best, and I will see you all soon. Make sure you keep taking all our free classes and just have fun. Thank you, everybody. God bless and enjoy the rest of the day. Thanks for showing up, everybody. And thanks, Godfather, all my wonderful mentors on the call also. Thank you all for showing up. As always, Sake in the house. Broske, you're awesome. Broske is my co-instructor on the prep class for our certification for C-Risk, CISM, and CISA. Our pass rate is 97%. We are proud of that record so far. So let's keep doing great things and enjoy this song before we go. We have a highlight song. Let's go to our Skillweed song. Those of you that are part of our community, you know, we have our song here, Skillweed Academy. Again, be aware of, we'll never call you for anything. Be aware of scammers everywhere. So thank you all. Thank you, everybody. Good night and enjoy the rest of the evening.
Skillweed Academy, where leaders are born. Embrace the tempo, let your dreams take storm. Rise up, leaders, let the beat guide your way. Unlock your potential, seize the day. From the dance floor to the boardroom, let your light shine, shine. Skillweed Academy, it's your time. Feel the drums pulsating, the energy so strong. Join the movement, where dreams belong. From Lagos to Nairobi, hear the call. Skillweed Academy, break down the walls. Rise up, leaders, let the beat guide your way. Unlock your potential, seize the day. From the dance floor to the boardroom, let your light shine, shine. Skillweed Academy, it's your time. Oh, Feel the drums pulsating, the energy so strong. Join the movement where dreams belong. From Lagos to Nairobi, hear the call. Skillweed Academy, break down the walls.